Hi everyone, this is Miss Teresa at Upper Chichester Library, and today's craft is going to be, we're going to make a leprechaun for St. Patrick's Day. So if you got your kit, this is what should be in the kit. Your cutouts made of cardstock, a paper plate with two googly eyes taped to it, a glue stick, and a little pot of orange paint and a glue stick. So that's all that we need to do our craft today. I did a little bit of my craft already ahead of time because the paint needed to dry. So we're going to start out by painting on the paper plate. Your blank paper plate is going to end up looking something like this or this. This one looks like this represents the leprechaun's beard, and at the bottom it looks a little bit scragglier. So you can make it that way, or you can make it this way, which shows a fuller leprechaun beard. So it's really up to you. So you take your blank paper plate, and we're going to just paint along the bottom edge of it, because that's going to be his beard. So I squeezed out some orange paint here. You're going to have your little paint pot to work with, and I'm going to use this type of paint applicator. I just want to show you something. You can get these at the dollar store. It's a collection of 7 types of brushes and this little sponge applicator. And this only costs $3 at the dollar store. It's a great purchase because as you're crafting, you'll be able to use these different kinds of brushes and paint applicators. So today I'm going to use this one. It's the spongy one. So I just dip in there, and then I'm going to start somewhere around the center here of the paper plate. And I'm just going to apply the orange paint, and you really only you don't need to go in so far up to this part here, because we're just going to have this leprechaun's beard is just going to kind of like outline his face, if you know what I mean. It's not going to come up where his mouth is or anything. So this is what we have. This is what we want it to look like. So this has to dry before we continue. So we're just going to set this aside, and we're going to assemble his hat. We're going to set our paper aside to dry, and we're just going to assemble his hat. So right here you can see there's still an orange rim where I was painting, so we want to avoid that while we're putting the hat together. And now we're going to put the hat together. So here's the green hat cut out. You got that in your kit. The first thing we're going to do, this is his hat band. this black strip right here. The first thing we're going to do is glue this down. So we apply some glue to the hat band, and then we apply glue to where we want to stick it, where we want to affix the hat band, and then we just press it down. So this is what it looks like so far. Next, we're going to take this yellow piece of cardstock, which represents the buckle, and we want to kind of center it so that it looks something like that. Center it on the band. And we're going to also glue this down. Put this down in the center. If it's not perfectly centered, it doesn't really matter, but we try to get it as centered as possible. And now we have that. So the next step is, since this is a buckle, the band has to show through, right? And the way that we do that is we're going to add another little piece of black. Now you should have that in your kit. Everybody should have an extra piece of black. So I just cut a piece for myself, and that'll be centered in the yellow. So just put a dab of glue there, a dab of glue on the little black piece, and we will affix that now. So there's our hat. So now we have the hat, and our paper plate that we started with, and the hat is going to go over the paper plate, and then we're going to add a face, and that's going to be the leprechaun. Now the one that I just painted is still wet, so I'm going to use one that I painted yesterday, and we're going to assemble our leprechaun that way. What is going on here? So we have our hat, and we're going to decide where we want to place it. Has to be the top of his head, right? So this is his beard, where his beard starts on one side. This is where his beard starts on the other side. And we're going to place the hat about right there. So I made a little bit of a line here with a pencil to show where the hat brim was going to rest. So I'm going to just put down some glue, and then put some glue on the hat brim. And press down to form the bond between the two pieces, the paper plate and the hat. So this is what we have right now. We have the face, the beard, and the hat. So all we have to do now is add some features to the face. So of course, what always comes in handy when you need to make a face when we're crafting? That's right, googly eyes. So we're going to take two googly eyes. You have them. They're taped. They're taped onto the paper plate in your kit. It's removable tape though, so it's really easy to take off. And we're going to place his eyes there. There's one eye. I'm moving it because I kind of had put it too close to the center. And another eye. You can also use, if you have liquid glue, you can use that too to place the eyes. Okay. So there's the googly eyes. Leprechaun eyes. And, what do you know? We're going to need to make the face. So I need my black marker that I don't have with me right now. So what I will do is go run up and get a black marker, and in the meantime you can look at this lovely cover of this great St. Patrick's Day book that we have called What is St. Patrick's? You can see this is a leprechaun cookie. But let me just run and get my marker and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I'm gonna get my black marker because I'm gonna make his features in black. You can make whatever color you want, but I'm gonna use black. And let's see. I have to turn it this way so I can figure out how I want to draw. I'm going to give him some eyebrows. And a little nose and a smile, because he's a happy leprechaun because it's St. Paddy's Day and he found his pot of gold. So here's our little leprechaun that we made just in time for St. Paddy's Day. I think maybe, yeah, no, that's good. The beard is just the way it should be. You can make the beard go all the way up if you want, but I like it here stopping right there because really that's where a man's beard kind of starts, around where his ear is. So here's your little leprechaun. You can give him whatever name that you like, Seamus McGillicuddy or something like that. And at the library we have a great book called What is St. Patrick's Day, and tells you all about this holiday that comes every March 17th. It's always the same day because it's the feast day of St. Patrick, who was an actual person. And on the inside, it gives you all the particulars about this fun day. So if you would like, you could come in and borrow this book, What is St. Patrick's Day? And you can also have fun with your own little leprechaun that you made in honor of today. So thank you everybody for stopping by and being with us. We are still doing curbside service, so you could come and still pick out books by visiting us curbside. Enjoy the rest of your week. Thanks. Bye.